My pulse thundered as Claudia Sterling yanked a sleek pistol from her leather handbag and aimed it at my heart. For a split second, I thought, I'm just a rancher, about to be wiped out. You'll never keep this land, she sneered, her voice sharp as a blade. Your family's legacy dies today. She let out a cold, mocking chuckle, tossing her head. But something in me snapped into focus. I steadied my breath, my trembling hands stilled, and I locked eyes with her. You're standing on Caldwell land, I said, my voice low and firm. This ranch has survived wars, droughts, and worse than you. My family's blood is in this soil. Claudia didn't get it. To her, I was a backwoods nobody with a rusty truck and too much stubborn pride. While she schemed with forged complaints and crooked politicians, I was building something she never saw coming. People like her always underestimate people like me. 9 months earlier, I was coding for a tech startup in Denver, content with takeout dinners and city noise. Then my parents died in a crash, leaving me Caldwell Ranch 140 acres of rugged beauty in northern Colorado's foothills, ours since 1865. I packed up my life, planning to fix the place and maybe sell it. But standing on that creaky porch, smelling pine and hearing the cattle's low calls, I felt roots I didn't know I had. I knew software, not livestock, but thankfully, Amos, our grizzled foreman, had 40 years on the land. He showed me the ropes, saving me from wrecking the irrigation system twice in a week. Then there was Sarah Bennett, my neighbor, a tough widow with 2 teens and a knack for ranching that put me to shame. She brought over stew and sharper advice than any book. Slowly, I found my stride. Then Claudia rolled in. It was a crisp Tuesday when a gleaming white Range Rover crunched up my dirt drive, kicking up dust like it was offended. Out stepped a woman in tailored linen pants, pearl-studded loafers, and oversized sunglasses that screamed wealth. Her auburn hair was clipped into a severe bob. I'm Claudia Sterling, she announced, her smile as fake as her tan. President of Crestview Heights, HOA. I'd heard of Crestview, a ritzy subdivision sprouting half a mile from my southern fence. We've had complaints, she said, eyeing my cattle pens with disgust. The odor is ruining our residents' lifestyle. I blinked. Ma'am, this is a ranch. It smells like cows because there are cows. And I'm not in your HOA. Her lips tightened. We handle uncooperative neighbors, she said, turning to leave. And mow that grass. It's hideous. A week later, the first violation notice arrived. Then another. Then 6 more. My barn was an unapproved structure. Ranching was unauthorized commerce. My roosters were excessive noise. Each demanded steep fines, the last threatening a lawsuit. I called Ethan, my old college buddy, now a real estate lawyer. This is harassment, he said, scanning the letters. They've got no authority over you. He paused. But Claudia's husband, Victor Sterling, is a major developer. Connected. Be careful. I started digging and felt sick. Sterling Properties had permits for Crestview Pinnacle, a sprawling resort that would choke my ranch on 3 sides. They didn't hate my cows, they wanted my land. Things got ugly fast. My irrigation was cut off for 4 days. Strangers claiming to be county inspectors snapped photos of my property. Someone left a gate open, and half my herd wandered onto the highway. Sarah helped me round them up, her face grim. This isn't just money, she said. It's a siege. They tried it on me after my husband died. I sold them 3 acres to make it stop. Ethan found out Mayor Carl Dutton had slipped through a public access easement across my pasture without telling me. They're tanking your property value, Ethan explained, so they can buy cheap. That night, a block number called. Sell now, a voice rasped. Bad things happen to stubborn folks. I wasn't going down without a fight. At the next town council meeting, I stood at the podium, armed with records, photos, and maps, laying bare the collusion and threats. Mayor Dutton tried to cut me off until a voice boomed. Let him finish. Heads turned. It was Colonel Amos Caldwell, my great-uncle, a retired Army vet and local hero. His presence silenced the room. I finished, and Councilwoman Rachel Lynn whispered to me after, You've got nerve and maybe a case. The next day, a reporter, Maya Holt, broke the story in the Stone County Gazette. It exploded online, Rancher versus Greed. How a family farm became a corporate target. Support poured in. Crestview residents shared their own nightmares. One fined $1,500 for planting roses instead of HOA-approved lilies. Then came an unlikely ally. I'm Lucas Sterling, a quiet young man said, stepping out of a dented sedan at a diner an hour away. Claudia and Victor's son. I don't support what they're doing, he murmured, sliding me a USB drive. They've done this before. Strong-arm owners. Build, sell, repeat. The drive held emails, bank records, and a map. One more thing, he said. Your great-grandfather put a covenant on part of Crestview's land when he sold it. I checked the files that night. He was right. The covenant gave my family first dibs to buy back the land at its original price, adjusted for inflation, if it went commercial. I called Ethan. We've got them. But they didn't stop. My barn burned down. Arson, with the security footage mysteriously erased. Sarah's well tested positive for toxic runoff, traced to Crestview's construction. Even the sheriff, cozy with the Sterlings, stonewalled us. Colonel Amos called in a favor with the state attorney general. Agent Carla Ruiz took over, her eyes widening at our evidence. This isn't just an HOA, she said. It's a racket, and we're watching them. I beefed up security. Ethan filed lawsuits. Then I made my boldest play. With a loan from Colonel Amos's contacts and a Denver investor, I bought Crestview's outstanding debt. I owned the financial strings holding their empire together. At the next HOA meeting, I walked in, legally a creditor. Claudia's face drained of color. This is private, she snapped. Not anymore, I said. I'm your biggest lender. Residents stood, demanding answers. Why were dues skyrocketing? Why did Victor's firm get every contract? Claudia floundered. That night, new footage caught her dumping chemicals near Sarah's stream. I confronted her. She pulled the gun, snarling, "You don't win." But I already had. The video went to Agent Ruiz. Claudia was arrested for assault, illegal dumping, and racketeering. Victor faced fraud and bribery charges. Mayor Dutton quit in disgrace. The Sterling estate was foreclosed, later reborn as a museum celebrating Caldwell Ranch's history. Sarah and I married the next summer under the oaks by the creek. Her kids now help Amos with the herd. Lucas launched a green design firm, even rebuilding our barn. Caldwell Ranch became a protected landmark, untouchable. Every fall, we host the Caldwell Harvest Fair not just to celebrate the land, but to remind everyone it's our home, not a developer's pawn. This dirt knows who it belongs to.